been a land of business for the longest time. It is not today that we are doing business. We were known for spice trade. We were known for silk trade. We have gone through so many cycles, so business is not new to us. But there have been occasions when we as business people, as traders, as makers of things, have been overtaken by tsunamis because we were not aware of what was around us. The traders along the Silk Route, okay, they were overwhelmed by the taxation, they were overwhelmed by the looting of goods that used to happen, and all the countries along the Silk Route finally lost their business because somebody in the West decided, let's go by sea, circumvent this route from India through Turkey along land, and thus was Vasco da Gama entered Goa. So when we as business people do not pay attention to the tsunamis that visit upon us once in a generation, then it is our loss. The internet, that animal, is changing everything. But what is at the core of the internet? It is the ability to digitize everything and transmit it. That is at the core of the internet. And that is a force, just like the spread of electricity within India, just like the spread of phones within India. Now, this little device, can I say that this is only mine? You cannot. These are inevitables. And then if this gets more and more power to do things, how can you tell people, how can I as a business person tell people that no, for business don't use it, just use it to call your wife? Doesn't work. There is no point in saying that the internet business, the digitized world, is something that I will not care about. It will affect every business, and if we wish to survive in tomorrow's world, I think all of us need to embrace, including in education. There is a huge threat to education from the digitized world. So the digitization revolution started from somewhere in the 1990s. It is upon us. Let us happily embrace it. Let us understand the challenges and let us work around it to embrace it. That is why we have this.
The organizers for selecting such an difficult topic, a challenging topic, retailing and e-tailing. If there is a critical mass which is amongst you people of e-tailers and retailers, so I can arrange for an SIG, a special interest group, that can address the ongoing challenges and problem of all the retailers and e-tailers, and we can come up with few more solutions in a more structured manner. That is what Thai Hubli can do for you.
Mr. Venu G. Someneni, popularly known as Inspirational Guru in the Modern Times, he is an entrepreneur, author, inspirational public speaker, a success coach and a mentor. He is the chairman and CEO of MyDeals 247, the world's first personalized e-commerce platform of US.
You're actually buying so much of goods with the hope that somebody will come and purchase, all right? And even if you're lucky and sell 70% of the goods, whatever you store, but still 30%, you're not able to store, you're not making any money. So 70% you're making money, 30% is totally lost, whatever, and so you'll end up losing money. And if you look at biggest retailers like Walmart, Tesco, Metro, and Target, and there are others too, if you look at their net revenues, probably 3%, all right? And Walmart, probably, their market cap, NASDAQ, I'm sorry if I'm wrong, around 300 billion. Alibaba, probably Walmart in business for a really good number of years, and it's a revolution, true revolution, and in a store model. Alibaba is in business for 15 years, and they've got 220 billion or so, 210 I guess, right? You can see now Jack Ma, founder and CEO of Alibaba, saying that, before I die, I'll take over Walmart. And during weekdays, they say, if 100 people are coming, there is always a window shoppers. And you just can't stop it. Even if you have a store, and just imagine how many people are walking into your store versus how many people are really purchasing it, right? We just can't avoid window shoppers. Probably these people are feature buyers or customers, whatever it is. And if you ask me, whoever actually doing this, and we are talking about B2B. First of all, in our website, and if anybody opens a request, a minimum of this much of quantity is required. Maybe 50 laptops or 1 ton of this, that, whatever it is. That way, like, and also, we are rating a buyer's too. Not like other websites, they only rate either a product or a seller. In our case, we're also rating the buyer, how many times he's coming, how many times he's purchasing. That information we passed on to the seller. That way you know, hey, this guy is a serious buyer. But there is no guarantee. If you ask me guarantee, no way, right? You open a store, anything, right? So probably he's not happy with your price and he's walking out. How can he stop, right? But we have these kind of mechanisms we are using. But I'll tell you, if the price is really good, okay, you're able to compete in the market, your price is good, there is always attraction and temptation.
How can a small mom and pop kind of a grocery store from the tier 2 cities like Belgium can become e-tailer, right?
Right.
And what are the avenues that are open to him?
Okay.
That's a question.
So I think I told, but probably I'll focus on this particular thing very specifically. So you have 2 other choices along with your store. A, you can build a simple portal yourself, and that you can upload whatever the things you are selling, put the price in there. The only maintenance there is that you have to keep updating. This is the problem of many websites. They actually have a website, but they don't focus on it. And most of the prices are very old, and especially commodity items, it's a very dynamic pricing. For example, rice, yesterday this much, and today, not even today. Yesterday by afternoon itself, it changed. All right. So you need to have, although you are a small company, or a business or a store, you definitely have at least one particular resource to focus on this one. If you have more, it's even better. Also, in this book, the style is very different. Since I don't read any books, and it covered pretty much everything. And I don't have much, I'm not a very patient person. I hate reading a book titled Leadership, going through 450 pages, and the person whoever read that book, if you ask what is the takeaway, he will say one line. I always wonder why the author actually written only one line, saving number of papers, and do it, all right? And in this book, pretty much, again I'm telling, it's not about, I'm saying, almost all the topics are covered, each chapter is 1 page. And there is a takeaway too, right? And that is a philosophy. It worked, and I didn't even know. It sold more than 3 million copies, and I got endorsements from Bill Gates and Jack Canfield, Chicken Soup series, Brian Tracy, the AOL founders, Google founders, everything so it worked out very well, and I'm glad for it. And so again, I hate to talk much about that, and so I want the book to speak what it is worth of, rather than me speak out.
To introduce Shri Ashok R. Tolannawar, CEO of Tolas Electronics Hubli. Sir has completed graduation in Electrical Engineering from BVB College of Engineering and Technology Hubli in the year 1979. The Tolas Engineering Works was started in the year 1976 when he was still studying in engineering to help his needy friend. After the completion of his graduation, he developed his business by adding test and measuring instruments as a major product range. He started Tolas Electronics in the year 1982.
The change in the market is changing very rapidly, and the market evolving very rapidly. The products are evolving very rapidly. You can see the mobiles, what is today may not be available tomorrow. What is there 3 months back, it was one of the best products that is available, it's no more a best product. So you don't know, by the time, many times the product when they are being manufactured or research being done, the product gets outdated. There's somebody else comes out with a much better product. So the product is really changing very fast, and demands of the customers are changing very rapidly. What was sufficient today is no more there, and they want to see something more is there. So demand from the customer is changing. The expectations are also changing very rapidly, and what is relevant today is no more relevant tomorrow. So every 5 years, the best thing what I'm saying is every 5 years the entire business changes. As our entire product range changes, the model of business changes. You see now telegram no more there. Once upon a time telegram was a very important factor. If you look at the early 70s, 76, you need a telephone, you need to wait for a couple of months or sometimes years. I took a telephone by paying 5,000 as a one-year telephone scheme. So that was the time. Now today you see everybody wants a mobile by itself. So the landline almost, I mean, the business models keep changing. So what you need to look at is what is running today may not run tomorrow. So you need to relook at it. Every 5 years the entire product gamut. Always detach from the problem and which will lead to solutions. Don't get into the problem, then you will never get a solution. So detach from the problem, look at in a holistic way, and you will definitely get a solution.
Chiran's multidisciplinary background stems from global experiences ranging investment management, management consulting, and technology industries. As CEO of G2Me omni-channel platform, he focuses on delivering growth to various physical businesses by providing end-to-end capability to navigate, sustain, and thrive in the online world along with the offline world. Prior to joining G2, he was the CEO. As the CEO in Jan 2013, he co-founded an Asia-based global equities hedge fund, prior to which he was a management consultant with Deloitte Consulting in Boston.
So, coming out of the previous sort of that market study, one of the things that we want to do was cover things like, how should I go about online? What are the things that I should be wary about? What are the things that I shouldn't do, I should do? The overall operating model, the how, if, how, why part of it. So if you think about it, one of the things that really we wanted to stress upon was, what are the top myths of someone actually trying to adopt e-commerce? One thing is, online channel success is measured by sales only. That is incorrect. That is completely incorrect. So online is not just about sales. Online is a whole lot more. Your online channel connects to your offline channel. It gets you more operationally efficient. It gives you another medium of engaging with your customers. There is this whole new concept called ROPO, research, online, purchase, offline. So your leads are coming in from your online channel. The purchase may actually not happen online, but the leads are coming in from there. So how do you actually think about it from a lead generation perspective as well?
The prices will be very competitive.
Well, there is one is you're cutting across this entire distribution, right? Now, for instance, let's take sort of say Flipkart as an example. So Flipkart does two kinds of businesses largely. One is they buy. So if you're one of the sellers to Flipkart, they buy from you, they stock it, right? And they stock it in various different warehouses around the country. And sort of based on the order that comes in, they sort of push that order into that thing. So that's where they're stocking. They're actually buying from you. The second part of it is where they are a platform that enables you to sell online as well. But they don't buy that from you. When an order comes to, they pass that order to you and you take care of the entire thing. So one is a source and sell model, the other is a stock and sell model.
In this session, we have 5 consumers with me from different cross sections of the society who will be sharing with us their online shopping experience. They will be sharing in just a minute why they have gone for online shopping, what they buy online, what are the preferred portals they choose for online purchasing.
That is what I buy online, and also sometimes cosmetics, because branded ones are not available in Belgaum and you have to go from shop to shop. One shop stores a single or 2 brands, but if I want multi-brands, I have to go on looking for 3 or 4 shops for which I don't have time. So online you get all the brands, just buy them.
Home appliances online. I choose to buy online because the price compared to the retail outlets that I get here, it's way more cheaper there. And another reason is that these online stores are open 24/7 and I can access them anytime. And the third point is I not only save my money, but I save my fuel and my time by buying online.
We know everybody loves discounts and price comparison. I can compare the price in all the websites and I can access anytime. It may be night 11 o'clock, 1 o'clock, I can access anytime. And the next one is door delivery. I can get it on my doorstep. And easy returns. I have no issues to return it back.
And then they keep me updated, and I get lots of notifications about the latest products which are being in market.
Other than these exclusive items, I don't prefer to buy normal items, normal day-to-day articles just to save on cost. No, that's not the criteria. Today's world, we don't like to only save cost. We want to have this pleasure, what I said. Go out into shopping. Walking through Khade Bazaar is a great fun. So I always love doing that, especially in winters. Put on some nice dresses. Otherwise, you sit at home and do shopping. You're not wearing your dresses. You know, where do you wear your dresses? Where do you wear all your clothes? So all these things are really.
One more thing is what I buy online is most of the time electronic gadgets, electronic accessories, trimmer, earphones, and recently I had a habit of reading books. So that also I search online and buy books because I get some offers also, discounts also, and along with that I get to know more books. If I go to store, there will be a big banner, big poster will be there.
What we are going to do is, we have multiple personalities here. Each of them gets about 5 minutes to share their experience.
Restoration is the recent thing which we have started, converting your old photos to new photos using the latest softwares and the technologies. It's not limited only to clicking photos.
This is basically one of the key element in Indian consumer behavior, that is human emotions. We love to talk, we love to chat, we love to discuss, we love to go, we love to meet the people. Unlike in West, I don't know, people say you just cannot get into anybody's house and just talk to them. You will have to take an appointment. But whereas I can go to any friend's place, I can just talk to him at any given moment. This is one of the key emotions.
Part of coming into e-commerce because e-commerce was booming. I have a family business into undergarment section. So I thought, let's continue with that with a new generation style. So I came up with Veritain.com. And one thing I noticed was innerwear segment. Usually women hesitates to buy lingerie online, into stores. So that's the reason I came up with the online thing where it is easy to buy lingerie or any undergarments through my portal. And this is the only one exclusive innerwear store in India.
We are a pure IT consultancy company. We are known for our USP is basically enterprise ERP softwares, basically into manufacturing and healthcare. So these are two major focus into. And today in local market, that's in India, we are known for mobile applications. We have deployed more than 100 mobile applications which are already live on Google Play and delivering many e-commerce solutions in North Karnataka region. So sir has already told my brief profile and company's profile also, including that we are operating from 4 locations, 2 in Hubli, 1 in Mangalore and 1 in Belgaum. We started recently at Tashish's Gupta Institute.
As I saw in South, how they manage the big show of 70-80,000 square feet, and owner is not visible anywhere. You hardly can meet the owner in those premises. It's well managed in a corporate style actually. And we try to copy certain things, certain good things which we saw here, and because from the day one in Gitanjali, we were not on cash counters, we were not visible anywhere. All the sales people are there, some managers are there, cashiers are there. Our main job was purchasing, procurement of our goods.
E-learning resources. Normally, this is basically educational materials which other sites are not offering. This is not like the games and other movies and kind of thing. This is CDs and CD-ROMs and DVDs meant for only educational purpose, academics purpose. We have that into our site. And other thing is, since we have entered a publication division also, we have a couple of publications where we publish the titles, and we have made a separate page for our own publication,
Now, this is where we asked a number of questions with respect to online retailing, as we have been seeing, and with the discussions that we have had over a few weeks before we started this, before we had this conclave. When we talked to the retailers on every Tuesday, many of them also represented the garment trade, and it is very similar to that. Our findings, like 97 or almost 98% of the retailers are aware, which is not very surprising, of customers buying online.
then 41% of the retailers said that online retailing is impacting their business. But there was also 39% who said that it has absolutely no impact on their business. So that is their opinion, and the balance had no say view on this.
Quite, actually leads them to impulsive buying quite a number of times. They go online to buy something, but they end up buying something else. That was the usual opinion. And so some, I wouldn't say it was a conclusion, but some kind of a statements we could bring out from here that we felt, if you see especially the younger generation, since I think we have a mixed population here, some of us who passed, you finished all our formal education before the internet came in, luckily. And some of us who really never understood education without the internet. And some who have never probably bought online. So a mixed population. But in spite of all that, we feel, if you see the trend, that online shopping is here to stay and will increase in certain sectors. It's definitely going to increase.
Possibility. It may be slow, but it will happen. Ascertain the percentage change in volume and value of sales before and after the advent of retailers on brick and mortar store. Definitely our survey found the sales has come down. The facts and figures tell the sales has come down over the period of last 3 years.
The research title that I worked on was to study the impact of e-tailing on brick and mortar bookstores in Belgavi city. So I started with the research objectives to know the awareness level of bookstores owner in Belgavi city about e-tailing in the category of books, to know the readiness of bookstores to participate in online book sales, to study the impact of online book sales on bookstores in Belgavi city, and to study the small segment of consumers on their book buying behavior.
Here, they were meeting with retailers for the past so many weeks, and all of you also came and heard us out, and we heard. And that is how we learned many of the issues that are prevalent here. We have not found a solution here. We knew that in advance. But what we have found is a mechanism by which we can talk to each other, and we as teachers, as management, and as people who are running this college, okay, can be a very good mechanism by which you don't have to fear discussing certain topics. Because these are topics that are going to affect us. As India continues to grow at the 6% of the world or 7% of the world and all that.
As our mentor rightly said, this is just a beginning, and we will come out with a series of events to enable the retailers of Belgaum to compete and coexist in the changing business environment. This is one tsunami. There may be the other kinds of tsunamis or challenges. So we will definitely come back to you and try to help you out. So that is the objective. So with this note, I derive immense pleasure in proposing a vote of thanks on behalf of the entire team IMER on this occasion.